Nearly 10 months ago, I set up this 8-gallon nano cube from Dennerle for my very first ever betta fish. The tank is definitely one of my favorites out of the few that I actually have here in my living room, and it is doing exceptionally well. Though unfortunately over a few weeks, or rather said a few months, I've kind of neglected the tank a little bit. There is quite a bit of waste that has built up all around inside of the tank. Some plants are not doing too well and some plants are doing a little bit, well, too well. In this episode, we're definitely going to change that and get the tank to looking quite nice again. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as you guys can see, the Betta cube is quite overgrown, and well, it's all partially my fault. I let everything, well, get a little bit out of hand, though in today's episode we are going to get everything to looking quite nice again. It is going to take a little bit of time, yet all of the animals in the tank are doing absolutely great. The Betta fish is definitely loving the whole jungle vibe of the Vallecen area that is just completely spread everywhere. The success of the tank I definitely contribute to the careful planning of everything before I actually started setting up this tank. From setting up the substrate layer to picking out the plants for the cube, everything has just worked out so well. The tank is healthy, the animals are healthy, yet everything has gotten a little bit out of control. 10 months ago when I set up the tank, I went for quite an extreme nutrient-rich substrate layer, where I started off by adding in a layer of crushed up root tabs, covered that up with a bit of lava rock, covered the lava rock with some fresh aqua soil, and then capped everything off with quite a thick layer of sand. So the plants have quite a thick layer of nutrients to go through, and obviously quite a few nutrients to obviously absorb and grow. For the plants, I went for some easy to grow plants, especially like Vallesenaria nana, that has completely covered up this entire tank. There's a lot of Anubias in here, there's a microsorghum in there, and a few plants that unfortunately did not do so well are some S. repens and some red Nicky mini. They unfortunately just didn't get enough light with all of the Vallesenaria just covering up the surface, and with the red root floaters on the top as well, just taking out any excess nutrients out of the water column, and have just multiplied and just shaded everything down. So a few plants did suffer and did grow a little bit leggy, but we're going to remove those plants, we're going to replace them with something else. And the one thing I really need to address is the overgrowth of Vallesenaria nana. It is just send runners everywhere. So I would say let's just actually dive into the tank. Let's start removing plants. I need to get out quite a bit of waste that has gathered up around all of the Vallesenaria. Most probably do quite a big water change, since the water is going to get quite murky with all of the waste. And hopefully we can get the tank back to looking nice and pristine and a little bit more clear of plants. So there we go. The first step is done. I removed quite a bit of Anubias nana, and as you guys can see, there's just way more light getting to the bottom of the tank, though there's also quite a bit of fish waste and everything in the front here. To be exact, I removed, well, this much Anubias nana, and I'm definitely going to keep this. This is just free plants, and I'm going to replant them in the 3-foot tank, or I'm going to replant it into my plant grower tank, which is in the corridor behind the living room here. Though, yes, free plants definitely for future projects. I have more than enough Anubias nana. There is a lot of fish waste down in the front here, so yes, next thing, do a big water change and try and suck everything out that I possibly can. Hopefully get it as clean as possible. Then we can have a look if I have any other plants in my grower tank that I could maybe still add inside of the nano cube. But otherwise, it looks already 10 times better. Roughly 2 months have actually passed since I did the deep clean on the Betta tank, and the water was a little bit murky for a day or two, and afterwards I did clean the filter, and a few weeks after that I did have to address the runners of the Vallisneria once again, and they were slowly but surely creeping to the front of the tank again, and well, I didn't want to have another Vallisneria outbreak in my aquarium, so I've just been very vigilant and been chopping away at any runners that I see trying to creep to the front of the tank. As per usual, I just did my weekly maintenance of a 50% water change and just made sure that the filter was always nice and clean and running. And with every water change, I also have been adding a little bit more liquid fertilizer over the time, even though I don't think that it is that necessary. The plants do look very healthy, but I do have a little bit of a blackbeard algae outbreak, primarily on the top here of the Anubias, and at the very top leaves of the Vallisneria, at the top of the water, there is some blackbeard algae as well, a little bit on the wood as well. If you guys have any idea on how to get rid of the blackbeard algae, leave a comment down below. I would really love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Though otherwise, I've just been sucking up any sort of debris or detritus or waste that I could basically get my siphon at. There's still quite a little bit in the back where the Vallisneria is growing, though that is free nutrients for the plants, and as long as it stays in the very back, I'm all good with it. Otherwise, the tank is doing absolutely fine. The inhabitants and the Betta itself, they are very happy. They look absolutely fine. And yeah, that is basically it for this tank for now. The tank has now sort of been up and running for around about a year, and it is still doing absolutely fine, especially with the rich nutrient substrate layer. The plants are going to have nutrients for a long time still to come, but we will see. I'm going to let the tank still do its thing. Otherwise, I think that is it for the Betta tank for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell not to miss out on future projects. I have been pretty busy behind the scenes on a lot of other things that are still to come, so don't miss out on that. And yeah, I would say I'll catch you guys in the next one.